Nara looks easy to visit. A famous park, a few temples, and deer everywhere. But that simplicity is exactly why many day trippers waste time. They linger too long at the first deer they see, backtrack across the park, and arrive at the biggest sights when the crowds are already at their peak. So this guide is built around one simple idea: keep moving forward. You'll see Nara's essential highlights in a logical route, avoid unnecessary detours, and still make it back to Kyoto or Osaka comfortably by the end of the day. Some of Nara's most memorable moments are obvious. Others are surprisingly easy to miss. And knowing when to slow down, when to keep walking, and where not to waste time makes a huge difference. There's also one common mistake with the deer that can turn a fun encounter into a stressful one. We'll get to that shortly. This is the ultimate travel guide. And this is how to experience Nara in one perfectly planned day. Best time to visit Nara. Spring and fall are the easiest seasons for this trip because most of the day is spent outdoors and on foot. Summer can be hot and humid, while winter is colder but usually quieter. If comfortable weather is your priority, late March through May and October through November are especially good choices. But your arrival time matters even more than the season. Try to leave Kyoto or Osaka around 7:30 in the morning and reach Nara at about 8:30. That early start gives you a head start before the park and major temples become much busier. Getting to Nara. For this route, Kintetsu-Nara Station is the most convenient arrival point because it puts you much closer to Nara Park than JR Nara Station. From Kyoto or Osaka Namba, the trip typically takes around 35 to 45 minutes depending on the train. A basic one-way fare is roughly $5 from Kyoto and around $4 from Osaka Namba. Reserved limited express trains cost more, so only pay the premium if the timing or added comfort makes sense for you. Once you arrive, transportation gets much simpler. Walk. The main attractions connect naturally through the park, and buses usually add more complexity than value on this particular route. So wear comfortable shoes, travel light, and start moving as soon as you leave the station. One perfect day in Nara. Arrive around 8:30 a.m. Once you reach Kintetsu-Nara Station, avoid sitting down for a long breakfast. Grab coffee or something small if you need it, then start walking toward Kofukuji. Within minutes, modern streets give way to temple grounds, trees, and probably your first glimpse of Nara's deer. It's a great start. Just don't spend too long with them yet. Better opportunities are coming. Kofukuji. Kofukuji works best as a short introduction to historic Nara rather than a major time commitment. Spend about 15 to 20 minutes walking through the temple grounds and taking in the central Golden Hall. You may also arrive expecting to see the famous 5-storied pagoda dominating the skyline. Right now, you won't. The pagoda is undergoing a major long-term restoration and is hidden inside a protective structure. That actually makes your decision easier. Don't waste time trying to find a better view. Enjoy the temple precinct, then continue east. Because this is where Nara starts to become very different from almost anywhere else in Japan. Nara Park and the deer. As you enter the park, the deer quickly stop feeling like an attraction and start feeling like part of the landscape. They cross paths, rest under trees, and gather around visitors carrying the special deer crackers sold throughout the park. If you want to feed them, go for it. Just don't make the classic mistake of holding a cracker in front of a deer for too long, while trying to get the perfect bow or photo. Once several deer realize you have food, things can become chaotic very quickly. Feed them calmly, never tease them with food, and remember that these are still wild animals. Spend around 20 to 30 minutes here, and don't worry if your photos aren't perfect yet. You'll encounter more deer later, often with fewer people around. Then, keep moving deeper into the park. Soon, the deer stop being the main attraction. Todaiji. The approach to Todaiji is one of the best reveals of the day. First, you pass beneath Nandaimon, an enormous wooden gate that makes everyone walking through it look tiny. Then, the Great Buddha Hall appears ahead. This is where you should slow down. Adult admission is roughly $5, and it is one of the entrance fees absolutely worth paying in Nara. Inside is the Daibutsu, the Great Buddha. You can see photos before you visit, but they don't really prepare you for the scale. The massive bronze statue, the huge wooden interior, and the small figures of visitors moving below it make this one of Nara's defining experiences. Walk around the hall instead of taking one photograph and leaving. Allow roughly 45 minutes for the entire visit, including the approach. And when you finish, don't follow the crowd straight back toward the park entrance. Keep going uphill. The next stop is much quieter. Nigatsudo. Nigatsudo changes the mood almost immediately. The busy temple approach disappears and is replaced by stone steps, wooden buildings, and hillside paths. Walk up to the veranda, where rooftops, trees, and the city of Nara spread out below you. The best part is that you get this viewpoint without committing to a long hike. You only need about 15 to 20 minutes here, but it's one of those short stops that makes the day feel more complete. From here, continue south instead of retracing your steps. That keeps the route efficient and takes you toward lunch. Lunch in the park. By now, this is the perfect time to take a break. A convenient option along the route is Mizuya Chaya, a small traditional tea house surrounded by trees, serving simple dishes like udon and soba. The main advantage is location. You're not crossing town just to eat. Give yourself around 40 minutes for lunch. If there's a long wait or it's closed, keep moving toward Kasuga Taisha and choose another nearby option. This is not the day to lose an hour waiting for one specific restaurant. Save the elaborate meal for Kyoto or Osaka. Here, lunch should keep the itinerary moving. Kasuga Taisha. The approach to Kasuga Taisha feels completely different from the morning. The open park becomes forest. Stone lanterns line the paths. Moss covers their bases. Deer move quietly between the trees, and flashes of vermilion appear through the green. Todaiji impresses through size. Kasuga Taisha works through atmosphere. You can experience part of the shrine without paying, but the inner area costs roughly $4 and gives you closer access to the vivid corridors and hanging bronze lanterns. Plan about 45 minutes to an hour here. And don't rush the walk through the forest. The approach is part of the experience. When you finish, begin heading west. You've seen Nara at its grandest. Now it's time to see a quieter, more human side of the city. Back through Nara Park. The walk west gives you another chance to enjoy the deer without turning them into a separate attraction. This is often where you get better photos than earlier in the day. Farther from the busiest feeding areas, you may find deer resting under trees or wandering near stone lanterns with fewer people around. Don't force it. Let the park happen around you. Then continue toward Naramachi. Naramachi. Naramachi brings everything back down to a smaller scale. Instead of massive temple buildings and open parkland, you get narrow streets, old merchant houses, cafes, craft shops, and traditional wooden facades. There isn't one mandatory landmark here. That's exactly why it works so well at the end of the day. Spend around 45 minutes to an hour wandering at a relaxed pace. This is also a good place to try something local, like kakinoha sushi traditionally wrapped in persimmon leaves, or narazuke, vegetables preserved using sake leaves. If you want coffee, dessert, or simply a short break, do it here. And resist the temptation to add another major temple. By this point, contrast is more valuable than another checklist item. Returning to Kyoto or Osaka. From Naramachi, gradually make your way back toward Kintetsu-Nara Station. You don't need to lock yourself into an exact departure time. If the day has gone smoothly, you'll probably be leaving in the late afternoon or early evening. That flexibility is useful. Maybe Kasuga Taisha holds your attention longer than expected. Maybe lunch runs over by 20 minutes. Or maybe the light in Nara Park suddenly becomes too good to walk away from. Regular Kintetsu trains make it easy to return to Kyoto or Osaka without overplanning the final hour. How much does the day cost? Nara is relatively affordable for such a full sightseeing day. Regular round-trip train fares are roughly $9 to $10 from Kyoto, or about $8 to $9 from Osaka Namba. The two main paid experiences in this itinerary, Todaiji and the inner area of Kasuga Taisha, add roughly another $9 combined. Add lunch, drinks, deer crackers, and a snack, and a realistic total is around $30 to $45 per person before shopping. Treat those dollar amounts as planning estimates, since exchange rates can move. And the easiest way to overspend here isn't on entrance fees. It's trying to cover too much ground and then paying for transportation because the itinerary has fallen behind. If you have more time. If you finish earlier than expected, Isuen Garden is one of the easiest additions because it sits close to Todaiji and doesn't completely disrupt the route. If views are more important and you still have energy, the Mount Wakakusa area is another good option, but treat both as bonuses. The core itinerary is already enough for a full and satisfying day. Nara becomes much easier once you stop treating it like a collection of separate attractions. Arrive early, keep moving forward, slow down where the experience deserves it, and let the temples, deer, forests, viewpoints, and old streets connect naturally. Do that, and one day feels surprisingly complete without ever turning into a race. If this guide helped you plan your Nara day trip, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more travel guides like this. Travel smart, experience deeper, explore further, with the ultimate travel guide.